Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.
Welcome back to our Architecture Review Series Practice Quiz, and this is now part 15 of our Building Technology Quiz. So instructions before proceeding with the quiz, it is best to get a piece of paper muna, cut lengthwise, and then write down numbers 1 to 30 so that when you are ready, you can now start with the quiz, and for every question, write down the corresponding letter of your best choice or answer from the multiple choice. And you will be given 10 seconds to finalize your answer. At the end of the quiz, count the total number of your correct answers and check your score rating. So if you are now ready, good luck. So number 1, identify the measurement in metric system of the purlin. A. 50 mm by 75 mm, B. 50 mm by 100 mm, C. 50 mm by 150 mm, and D. 50 mm by 200 mm. And our answer is letter A, 50 mm by 75 mm. So this is the purlin. Number 2, identify the measurement in metric system of the rafter. A, 50 mm by 75 mm, B, 50 mm by 100 mm, C, 50 mm by 150 mm, and D, 50 mm by 200 mm. And our correct answer is letter D, 50 mm by 200 mm. So this is the top chord or the rafter, 2 by 8 inches. Number 3, your client wants to use glass as a partition between the bedroom and toilet and bath. What type of glass will you use without sacrificing privacy? A, tinted glass, B, wired glass, C, textured glass, and D, etched glass. And our correct answer is letter D, etched glass. So etched glass is a frosted glass with custom or patterned etchings. Etching can be done either by hand or with the help of a machine. A frosted etched glass is the best option as it diffuses light and maintains full privacy. So this is a frosted etched glass. A textured glass, also known as patterned, privacy, or obscure glass, has a non-uniform surface that distorts the view through it. This distortion effectively maintains privacy while still allowing light to pass through. So textured glass provides some privacy but still shows blurred outlines as compared to a frosted etched glass. Number 4, what does a bubble insulating glass have to let short wavelength through, such as light, but blocks long wavelengths such as ultraviolet heat? A, ultraviolet filter, B, silica, C, wire mesh, and D, air gap. And our correct answer is letter A, ultraviolet filter. So an ultraviolet or UV filter is a key feature that allows short wavelengths like visible light to pass through while blocking longer wavelengths such as ultraviolet or UV radiation and infrared or IR radiation for heat. This is often achieved with a special coating on one side of the glass, this one. On one of the glass panes, typically a low emissivity or low E coating. Low E coatings are microscopically thin and transparent, allowing them to block solar heat while still letting in visible light. This helps keep interiors cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter, and it also protects furnishings from fading. Air gap only improves thermal insulation but does not selectively filter wavelets. Number 5. What does fire-resistive glass contain in the gap between two glass panels that other glass does not have? A. Air, B. PVB layer, C. Water, and D. Boron. And our correct answer is letter C. Water. So while standard insulated glass units or IGUs contain an air or inert gas gap for thermal insulation, fire-resistive glass contains a special interlayer that is activated by heat. Fire-resistive glass contains a water-based fire-resistive gel or liquid layer in the gap between two glass panels. This one, the intumescent interlayer. This layer absorbs heat, swells, and turns opaque when exposed to high temperatures, preventing fire and radiant heat transfer. So number 6, what is the main reason why convenience outlets or stores use glass in their storefronts? A. To attract customers, B. To discourage burglars, C. To keep the dust out, and D. To filter UV rays. And our correct answer is letter A, to attract customers. So this is because clear storefront glass provides visibility of products and interior activity, encouraging walk-in. So number 7, an oyster shell used in window panels in lieu of glass. It filters light and acts as a protective barrier. A. Sheet glass, B. Capiz, C. Mirror, and D. Aluminum insulation. And our correct answer is letter B, capiz shell. So the capiz is made from the shell of the Placuna placenta oyster and common in Philippine windows. Number 8, roofing that uses marine plywood under sheeting. A. Corrugated GI, B. Asphalt shingles, C. Polycarbonate, and D. Long span. And our correct answer is letter B, asphalt shingles. So asphalt shingles requires marine plywood or exterior grade plywood sheeting as a base for proper adhesion and nailing. Number 9, your client wants a window that will be good against strong wind and rain, which happens almost half of the year. However, he specifically told you that it must not compromise the view and let the air in during summertime. What kind of window will you use? A. Fixed, B. Louvered, C. Casement, and D. Sliding. And our correct answer is letter C, casement. So casement is the best choice. It seals tightly when closed, that is good against wind and rain, provides an unobstructed view, and can be swung open to let in air during summer. So number 10, what is the main disadvantage of using wooden window? A. Water will eventually seep and cause a leak. B. It will shrink and expand due to the change in weather. C. It will eventually rot. And D. It is not attractive. And our correct answer is letter B. It will shrink and expand due to the change in weather. The main disadvantage of using wooden windows is that wood will shrink and expand due to changes in weather. That is because of moisture and temperature. Since wood is hygroscopic, this leads to gaps, warping, and difficulty in opening and closing. So it will eventually rot, of course. That is true if not maintained. But expansion, contraction happens first and is the bigger issue. Number 11. You were commissioned to design a museum for national arts. It will have a display area where rare artifacts are to be showcased. What glass will you use? A. Float glass, B. Plate glass, C. Sheet glass, and D. Wired glass. And our correct answer is letter A, float glass. So float glass offers the best optical clarity and flatness among the choices, minimizing distortion for viewing rare artifacts. It can also be laminated, tempered for added security and UV control. Number 12. It is a type of glass used in mirrors for a distortion-free surface. A. Float glass, B. Plate glass, C. Pattern, and D. Safety. And our correct answer is letter A, float glass. So float glass is the type of glass most commonly used for mirrors because of its exceptionally smooth and distortion-free surface. The name comes from the manufacturing process where molten glass is poured onto a bed of molten tin. The glass floats on the surface, and gravity and surface tension create a perfectly flat and uniform sheet. This process results in glass with consistent thickness and a pristine polished finish on both sides, which are essential for producing high-quality, non-distorting mirrors. So these are some of the mirrors, glass used for mirrors: the float glass, aluminum back mirrors, low iron mirror glass, and extra clear mirror glass. Historically, plate glass was the standard for high-quality, distortion-free mirrors because it was ground and polished flat. However, the float glass process developed in the 1950s by Pilkington has now completely replaced plate glass in practice, since it produces a perfectly flat, distortion-free surface at a lower cost and with greater efficiency. Number 13. This mirror is usually used in groceries and department store, mounted on the ceiling or wall for surveillance security purposes. A. Concave mirror, B. Convex mirror, C. One-way mirror, and D. None of the above. And our correct answer is letter B, convex mirror. So a convex mirror curves outward and provides a wide-angle view, perfect for monitoring aisles and blind spots. Number 14. What is the best type of glass to use for shower stall? A. Wired glass, B. Etched glass, C. Textured glass, and D. Tempered glass. And our correct answer is letter D, tempered glass. So the best type of glass to use in a shower stall is tempered glass because it is 4 to 5 times stronger than ordinary glass. And if broken, it shatters into small, blunt pieces instead of sharp shards, ensuring safety in wet areas. Number 15. What do you call etching glass? A. Annealed glass, B. Plate glass, C. Flat glass, and D. Patterned glass. And our correct answer is letter D, patterned glass. So etched glass is produced by creating designs or textures on the surface of flat glass through acid, sandblasting, or other methods. The correct term that refers to this kind of decorative treated glass is patterned glass. Number 16. It is a type of glass used in fire exit doors. A. Wired, B. Float, C. Security, and D. Plate. And our correct answer is letter A, wired. So wired glass is specially designed with a wire mesh embedded inside, making it fire resistant and preventing shattering during high heat or impact. That's why it is commonly used in fire-rated doors, windows, and partitions. So a vision glass, that is fire-rated vision glass, single glaze wired clear with 2 hours of fire rating and can be customized. 17. What glass is used when distortion is not of importance? A. Plate, B. Sheet, C. Float, and D. Tempered. And our correct answer is letter B, sheet glass. So sheet glass, also called window glass, is the most basic and inexpensive type produced by the drawing process. It usually has slight distortions and waviness which are acceptable for ordinary windows where perfect clarity is not required. 18. In a luxury car showroom, what type of glass should be used for the exterior wall? A. Laminated or safety glass, B. Float glass, C. Sheet, and D. Plate glass. And our correct answer is letter A, laminated or safety glass. So laminated or safety glass is ideal because it provides strength, security, and safety. If broken, it holds together due to the interlayer, preventing dangerous shards. It also offers sound insulation and UV protection, making it suitable for high-end, large glazed facades like showroom exteriors. 19. What happens when someone tries to break a laminated glass? A. It will break but will splinter across the room. B. It will break but will not splinter across the rooms. C. It will not break. And D. None of the above. And our correct answer is letter B, it will break but will not splinter across the room. So laminated glass is made of 2 or more glass layers bonded with a plastic interlayer, usually PVB, and when struck, the glass may crack, but the interlayer holds the shards together, preventing them from scattering and causing injury. This is why it is widely used in automobile windshields, showrooms, skylights, and safety applications. Yung parang supot ng gagamba ang nagiging itsura niya. Number 20. How do you cut a tempered glass on site? A. Tempered glass should never be cut on site. B. Tile cutter. C. Diamond tip. And D. Special laser. And our correct answer is letter A. Tempered glass should never be cut on site. So tempered glass undergoes a special heat treatment process that makes it several times stronger than ordinary glass. Once tempered, it cannot be cut, drilled, or reshaped. Otherwise, it will shatter into small pieces. If cutting or modification is needed, it must be done before the tempering process at the factory. 21. What type of glass should be used as the flooring material at the second floor if the owner specifically instructed the architect that he wants a clear view of the ground floor? A. Tempered glass. B. Clear glass. C. Glass blocks. And D. Laminated safety glass. And our correct answer is letter D, laminated safety glass. So laminated safety glass is the best choice for glass flooring because it is made of multiple layers of glass bonded with an interlayer that is usually PVB or SGP. This makes it strong, impact resistant, and safe. If it breaks, The interlayer holds the pieces together, preventing shards from falling. It can be designed as transparent, giving the owner a clear view of the ground floor. So this is where this laminated safety glass is used as a flooring. 22. What type of glass wherein you can see the people inside the building during nighttime? A. Tinted glass. B. Reflective glass. C. Glass blocks. And D. Insulated glass. And our correct answer is letter B, reflective glass. So reflective glass has a metallic coating that reflects light during the day, giving a mirror-like appearance from outside. However, at night, when the interior is brighter than the exterior, the effect reverses, allowing people outside to see inside the building. This is why reflective glass provides daytime privacy but loses it at night, unless curtains or blinds are used. So 23. For better energy conservation, which material is not advisable for use at the south of a project? A. Heavy tinted glass and thick concrete wall. B. Transparent glass and light metal panels. C. Translucent glass and light colored masonry. And D. Safety glass and glass blocks. And our correct answer is letter B, transparent glass and light metal panels. So on the south side of a project in the Philippines and other tropical countries near the equator, the building receives the strongest sun exposure throughout the day. Transparent glass allows maximum heat gain, which increases cooling loads and reduces energy efficiency. Light metal panels conduct heat quickly and transferring it indoors. So this is the sun path diagram, and it is the south portion, which is the hottest part, no? The southeast and the southwest sides. 24. A high-end residential is adjacent to a busy and heavy traffic main road. Because of nuisance of vehicles, the upper floors are affected. What should be done to minimize the noise if price would not be a problem? A. Glazing window. B. Heavy drapes. C. Day curtain and night curtain. D. Double layer wall. And our correct answer is letter A, glazing window. So for high-end residential projects beside a busy, noisy main road, the most effective solution, especially when cost is not an issue, is to install acoustic glazing, double or triple glazed windows. Glazing windows with laminated or insulated glass units provide excellent sound insulation, significantly reducing traffic noise on the upper floors. 25. What window is hardest to reach? A. Clerestory. B. Casement. C. Awning. And D. Jalousie. And our correct answer is letter A, clerestory windows. So a clerestory window is placed high on a wall, near or above the roof line, mainly to bring in natural light and ventilation. Ito yun, no? So because of its height and location, it is the hardest to reach compared to casement, awning, or jalousie windows, which are typically installed within arm's reach. So number 26, what kind of window will you use for a kitchen if it is next to a lanai? A. Casement. B. Awning. C. Sliding. And D. Jalousie. And our correct answer is letter C, sliding. So a sliding window is the most practical choice for a kitchen next to a lanai because it is easy to operate without obstructing movement in and out of the lanai. It doesn't project outward like casement or awning windows, making it safe and space efficient. And it allows for wide openings to maximize ventilation, and it is important in a kitchen. 27. What type of glass is dust-free? A. Float. B. Glass block. C. Jalousie. And D. Laminated. And our correct answer is letter D. Laminated. So laminated glass is considered dust-free because it has a smooth, sealed surface with no gaps or openings where dust can accumulate. 28. What type of glass is ideal for skylights? A. Tempered glass. B. Float glass. C. Laminated glass. And D. Quartz glass. And our correct answer is letter D, wired glass. So wired glass is ideal for skylights because it is fire resistant and holds together even when cracked, thanks to the embedded wire mesh. It provides safety as the wire prevents large shards from falling if the glass breaks. And it has long been a standard choice for skylights in buildings due to its strength and durability. Okay, so this is a wired glass for a skylight. While tempered or laminated glass are also used in modern skylights, the traditional and exam-appropriate answer is wired glass. 29. What type of window is commonly used in condominiums where safety and waterproofing are main concerns? A. Tilt and turn. B. Awning. C. Casement. And D. Sliding. And our correct answer is letter C, casement. So for safety, security, and waterproofing in high-rise condos, casement and especially tilt and turn windows perform far better than awning or sliding. However, tilt and turn windows are generally less common than casement windows in many regions. Awning windows are good for ventilation and some water protection since they open outward from the bottom, but their sealing and security are generally not as robust as a casement window, especially in the context of high-rise building pressures. 30. And lastly, what is provided between glazed windows? A. Air. B. Silicone. C. Screen. And D. Mortar. And our correct answer is letter A, air. So in glazed windows, specifically double glazed or insulated glass units, IGUs, the space between the two panes of glass is filled with air or inert gas like argon or krypton. This air gap acts as an insulating barrier, improving thermal performance and soundproofing. And so that's it for our quiz. Congratulations for completing the quiz. Now, count your total correct answers and determine your score category. If your rating is 15 or less, it is time for a more strategic review.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.
Enroll at Atlas CDC Review for a comprehensive prep for the Architecture Board exams. Message us now.